What's going on, guys? Orangeful here, and welcome back to another episode of Sonic Origins. Now, as you guys know, we are currently playing through Sonic 1, and in the last video, we were going through Spring Yard Zone and then Labyrinth Zone. As you guys know, Spring Yard Zone's a good level, but once you get into Labyrinth Zone, it's not as great, considering how stressful inducing it can be while traversing through the underwater sections of those stages. It was still a really fun time, at least playing through those levels again for you guys, but obviously, I'm just glad to finally be done with Labyrinth Zone. Now, as for today's sake, we are going to be finishing off Sonic 1, and we only have, I think, about like 2 more zones left. As you guys can notice, that we are going to be getting into Starlight Zone, and I think the stage after that is going to be Scrap Brain Zone. So, with that said, let's hop right into it. Oh, right off the bat, like, I love this music. I know I said in the last video that Spring Yard Zone has really great music, and it still really does. But I really personally think that Starlight Zone has to include one of my favorite tracks in the entire stage. Now, of course, we can't really hear much of it right now because of the invincibility music going off, but trust me, it's a really great sounding track. Oh, just listen to that, man. You just can't help but just feel relaxed, like, just by listening to that. Now, I also said in the last video that this stage is kind of my absolute favorite. Well, one of my 3 favorite stages in Sonic 1. I said because of the fact that there's all those like wide open spaces where you can be able to really go fast a lot. I mean, while still making sure to go slow when the game wants you to. That being a great example of it. Oh my god. Alright, now keep forgetting where I'm supposed to go exactly. Oh, these guys are a major pain in the ass. But whatever, though. Oh, that's right, I'm supposed to go down here. Duh. Wait, can I get this last ring box? There you go. Again, I know it's kind of pointless, like, to getting 100 rings, but, I just want to get some more coins going up on there. But yeah, so anyway, like, Starlight Zone. Generally, like, it's just a really great stage for traversing through because you get a lot more wide open spaces to go through, to run around, while still being slow when the game wants you to be. But also having really great looping sections as well. Like, you know, those, like, loop-to-loop sections. I'm not sure if I'm calling it the correct thing, but you guys see and know what I'm talking about when I say that. Ah, of course I got hit. I always get some form of enjoyment while going through this stage a lot. It's just a lot of fun for me personally. Alright, yep, go down there. Oh, God. Yeah, you really do not want to hit those guys. They're always bad news. And yes. I think this is probably the only thing I'm not crazy about for this stage. I mean, for Starlight Zone as a whole. Those little seesaws. I mean, it kind of gives you a little bit of a hint as to what's to come for the boss, but I don't know, like, oh, with that, the stage is already over. I think that should be another factor as to why I also enjoy Starlight Zone. Like, the stage, most of the time, go really fast, and you're not even aware of it either. Like, that's always really the amazing thing. Like, just how quick and fast Starlight Zone goes through. Like, of course I hit this guy. But yeah, seriously, like, I just like how super quick, like, it goes. It gives me some, kind of takes me back to Green Hill Zone a little bit with that. I mean, not the same setting, of course. Of course I fell. But, like, not the same setting, but it does really go fast. And that's what Sonic's all about, of course. Sonic really does like to go fast. Alright, up here. Oh. Ooh, that was close. Good thing that invincibility came in handy. Alright. This is again, why I do not like the seesaw. Like, I can't tell how, like, even after all these years of playing through this game, I still can't tell how to properly use it. It's like, you don't know where to stand exactly in order to make you go higher and higher. And unfortunately, that comes right back to play with Sonic 2. More on that, of course, when we get to Sonic 2. Oh, and oh my god. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. Anyway, so... okay, if you're not playing through the anniversary mode version of Sonic 1, I don't know how you were supposed to get through that section originally. You really would need some kind of a shield or something. Or the invincibility shield, like from Sonic 3. If you guys know what I'm talking about. Alright, boss time. Remember how I said those spike things may come back into play? Well, here they are. Now, obviously, as you can tell, there's two different ways you can beat this. You can either use the seesaw. You can either use the spike bombs, like on the seesaws, to get Eggman. Or, you basically can just launch yourself. I don't really have a preference. I kind of go in between. Come on. But yeah, I go in between this. I don't really have a preference like for which way I would do instead. It's just whatever I feel like doing most of the time. Alright, come on. But it's those little after pellet things you really gotta watch out for here. Again, there probably is a much quicker way I could have gone through that, but what can you do? Scrap Brain Zone. The final zone of the game. You either love this zone, or you hate it. Oh, good God. Well, I may have lost the shield, but at least I didn't lose any of my rings. Yet. It's like, you don't want to jinx it. Speaking of the devil. Ooh. I don't remember if there's a bottomless pit here, but thank God I landed that perfectly. That scared me for a moment there. I thought I was about to die. Does this platform come back? What the? Look, there are things, of course they fall down. Oh wait, there are things I do legitimately enjoy about this stage, and then there are the things like this that gets on my nerves. Oh, for the love of God. Okay, this may take a little bit of some time. Okay, I know you use this button to activate the thing up here. But then, how do I... Okay. Okay, there we go. It takes a bit of trial and patience. Oh my God. Thank you so much for that. This is another one of those sections where, like, you really have to time your jump. But somehow I keep always messing this up. No, not that way! There we go. Oh, there we go. Finally! Alright, I don't know what the correct way is. You're supposed to be able to get over these little drop platforms, but in most cases, if I'm playing the anniversary mode or if I'm playing the mobile version of Sonic 1, I'm usually spin dashing over this. Well, in most times I remember there's a red spring there. God. Oh, have mercy! Oh God. Alright, yeah, I need some rings right now. There we go. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Oh God. Oh God. Oh. It's another one of those things where you just really gotta watch your step wherever you go. That's why I keep on saying that this is either a stage that you love or you hate. To repeat kind of what I was saying before, there are things I do enjoy, like the music, for example. I've always kind of enjoyed Scrap Brain Zone's music. And like I said, I'm not the kind of guy you would ask to ever really describe how what your opinion is about music is. But if I know music is good in a stage, then I know it's good. If that makes any sense. Oh God. You have a funny feeling that if I drop down there, there's gonna be something very hazardous. Oh, these buzzsaws. Oh. And with these platforms, it's always really hard to time your movements. One of the times where you can really thank your invincibility. Oh, you mother. Alright, I forgot I'm supposed to... Oh, no, I think I'm supposed to drop down. Really? Really? The fire had to get me? Alright, let's just finish this off. Alright, so where was I? Oh yeah, so there is things I do enjoy, like the music. And some of the stage set pieces are really not bad either. But this is where we get to the negative part. Welcome to what I would like to call Labyrinth Zone Act 4. I know it says Scrap Brain Zone Act 3, but in reality, does this look familiar to you? Yep, it's basically just Labyrinth Zone Act 4. Whether it was intentional or not, this really is the fourth Labyrinth Zone stage. And it's not too difficult if you know how to quickly navigate your way out of here, but it could still be a major pain. You get spike balls, you get those statues with the fireball. Everything that could ever kill you will always be getting your way. Now, as you guys can notice, there is a little bit of a little opening section here. Now, it's obviously for going through the long way of going through this stage. But for me, I always take the path that I just did because it'll easily, conveniently bring you straight towards the end of the stage much faster and within a minute to spare. There's one more thing I gotta mention here before I do go up and beat the final boss. What is up with these extra spikes? It's the one thing I've always questioned about every time when I go through the third act of Scrap Brain. What were the developers thinking when they decided to put these amount of springs here? The one spring to my left, that makes sense. So, spring yourself up and then get to the final boss. But what is with all these springs? How many are there? I'm seeing 4... Yeah, there's 7. There are 7 springs here. Was it to make sure you don't waste any space on there? I don't know, but it just doesn't really make any logical sense, especially from a level design standpoint, to put that many springs in there. Maybe it was just a last minute thought. They decided, oh, there's not enough springs on there. Let's just add several more to it. Anyway, don't mean to ramble, but let's finally get on with this final boss. Or final zone, as the game likes to call it. Now this is one of those bosses where you can either beat it like really fast, if you seriously know what you're doing, or it'll take a very long time because, in my case, you sometimes gotta wait a very long time to find your opening. Now I know, there's easier ways. Well, I think that's the first time in a long time that I've ever died on this stage. Again, that usually never happens, but apparently I just wasn't really paying attention enough. But anyway, so there are... Yeah, I know. The problem is I'm being... It may sound like an excuse, but like I'm really too focused on like trying to do commentary here when I should be focusing on playing through the final boss. Oh my god. Thank God that there is non-live systems like with the anniversary mode. Because I swear I don't usually die that many times on this stage. Alright, so I may have to concentrate a little bit here. Alright, so obviously there are quick ways you can be able to beat the stage. You could obviously try to find your opening of being able to get to the side that Eggman shows up. But again, if you're like me, you'll end up like going through this very slowly just to make sure you do everything carefully. Because trust me, how many times I've already died in this stage, I think that kind of shows. I think it's just how careful I really like to take this. But again, I can imagine there are different ways to beat this in a much faster pace. Oh, and I forgot to mention early on, but the movie has not come out at the time I'm recording this, but by the time it is already out, Sonic 3 should now be in theaters, so you can... And I can't tell you guys how hyped I am about the movie. I know I kind of touched upon it a little bit during the last video when I was talking about Keanu Reeves' Shadow, but honestly, I have never been this excited about a video game movie, especially for Sonic. I mean, it makes sense that I'm such a huge fan of it. Huge fan of the series, that is. But I just didn't think I would just get this excited about like a third Sonic movie. I still think back to when the first trailer for the first Sonic movie came out, and obviously back in the days when we had ugly Sonic, I just remember getting very turned off by it. And I don't know why, but at the time, I wasn't really all for Jim Carrey playing as Eggman. But once I saw that movie, I was amazed. He really stole the show with that movie. So honestly, maybe it was a match made in heaven or something, or it was a happy accident to have Jim Carrey play as Eggman. But you gotta hand it to him, he really nails the role. And with each film, he seems to become more and more like the Eggman we know today in the actual games. So I cannot wait to see how he outdoes his previous two performances. Especially since he's not just playing Eggman, but he's obviously playing as two Eggmans. Gerald Robotnik, of course. Come on. I don't know how many hits I've already taken on him. I wasn't really keeping track of that. So hopefully this next one will be the final blow. Yes, it is. Taking you, mother. And we have successfully done it. Sonic 1 is now finished. And thankfully, we got all the cast almost, so we get this nice little good ending cutscene. The only thing that really changes is just the flowers and the chaos almost that appears. Alright, but so yeah, that's it for Sonic 1. Again, a really good game in my opinion, but not my favorite classic Sonic game. Obviously, as this series continues to go on, I am going to continue to talk a little bit more about my thoughts about some of the Sonic games. Now, it wasn't really a whole lot for me to discuss, because sometimes it's not easy for me to process my thoughts for talking about games, or just my opinions in general, but I hope you guys got at least a good general idea as to, you know, how much I do enjoy the first Sonic game. I mean, for the first mainline entry for him, it's a really good start. And again, it really is one of those Sonic games I can just easily come back to and pick up and play whenever I'm feeling up to playing it again. Okay, I think the game is a little bit... I think the music is a little bit slow here, or something which is not as quick as it should have been. But anyway, so yeah, so we did it, though! And I like this. I've always liked this little animation of Eggman like jumping on the end, like a credit. It's always a really nice touch. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you get this nice little cutscene to wrap things up. Ah, so now we get a 7th Chaos Emerald to join the party. So yeah, guys, that's basically it for today. Next time, we're of course going into Sonic CD. I still don't understand why Sega or whoever was the one who made this decision to put Sonic CD as the next game in the list. Look, the point is, you guys can tell I'm not really feeling that enthusiastic about going through Sonic CD. Trust it. That is going to be a part of this playthrough I am not going to be having any fun with. Like, no offense to anybody out there that likes Sonic CD. If you like Sonic CD, then that's great. More power to you on that part. I should stop myself off here, though, before I continue to go on a bit of a rant. Because that's what the next couple of videos are going to be. Letting me be able to vent out a bit about my thoughts for Sonic CD. So, anyway, so to wrap things up here, though, so yeah, I always still really enjoy going back to Sonic 1 whenever I'm in a mood for it. It's always a simple game to pick up and play, and it's still mostly just a really fun time to go through. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add to that, just Sonic 1. It's a good game, but just not my favorite in the classic series. So yeah, I hope you guys all really enjoyed that. So, next time, we're going on to Sonic CD with Palm Tree Panic. So until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, let me know what you think, and obviously subscribe if you want to continue watching more of the series as it continues. So, with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, take care.